in a crazy landmark trial that captivated the United States and maybe even captivated the world, one of hip hop's most powerful figures under the harshest spotlights of his life. I'm talking about Sean P. Diddy Combs. Whew. He has officially been found guilty, but not of everything prosecutors were hoping for. You feel what I'm saying? Now listen, after 7 weeks of the craziest courtroom testimony, cross-examinations, and all types of illogical, crazy allegations, a jury delivered a partial verdict in 2025, and it hit everybody by surprise. I'm telling you, this verdict took the world by storm. So we're going to talk about what you need to know. This is Split Decision. I'm one man, one mic, but I'm with all the smoke, you dig? So feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. So we're going to talk about the charges. So this dude was facing 5 federal charges, one of racketeering conspiracy, crazy, 2 counts of sex trafficking, 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. A jury, they came back with this up and down on the first day. Then they were sent back to deliver. And then we talking about the version. You know what I'm saying? So the verdict was guilty on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. Did you hear what I just said? Transportation to engage in prostitution. The stupidest charges on the planet. That means he paid some prostitutes to ride in a vehicle. Stupid charges. Dumb charges. Now, of course, these are felony violations of something they call the Mann Act. It's a federal law that criminalizes transporting individuals across state lines for the purpose of prostitution. Now, he was found not guilty of, I'm going to say, more severe charges. Racketeering, conspiracy, trafficking charges. Listen, if he had got hit with that, that would have gave him an instant life sentence. You got me? But nope. So, what in the world is going to happen? Now, I'm going to say this is not a slap on the wrist, but realistically, it is a slap on the wrist. And if I have to really be upfront, I think it's the most BS charges that I ever seen in my life. Now, this Mann Act conviction carries a potential of 10 years in prison for each charge. Now, that's 20 years in prison. So right now, they're telling me that P. Diddy Combs is facing 20 years in prison. Now, of course, his sentencing is going to be determined in the future. But when I tell you these are the most ridiculous charges that I have ever seen in my life, and when I tell you, man, they really wanted to bring this guy down. You understand what I'm saying? I'm going to talk about this maybe later on in this video or maybe in another video. I'm not sure right now. I don't even know where I'm going with this video right here. You know what I'm saying? But I know that federal prosecutors, they painted a super dark picture. They were claiming that Sean P. Diddy Combs was using his wealth, his power, and his network to build what they called a criminal enterprise. Now, this was a criminal enterprise that was facilitating forced sexual encounters. You hear what I said? Labor exploitation, cross-state activities designed to, get everybody off. You feel what I'm saying? But nah, the jury wasn't buying that. They looked at the full picture and they didn't have enough evidence to convict. Now, of course, P. Diddy Combs, this guy, he pleaded not guilty to every single charge. You got what I'm saying? And he maintained his innocence from start to finish. And we know how this game go. We know how it go. We know that the prosecutors, these guys are liars. It seems as if the only time we start trying to believe in the process of criminal justice is when something is happening to somebody that we don't like. Then we start magically acting like the criminal justice system is here to help everybody. You got what I'm saying? Well, anyway, Sean P. Diddy Combs, his legal team argued that the case was built on, what did they call it? Sensationalism. That's what they call it. Sensationalism and speculation. No evidence. Just he said, she said, and these people were liars. Liars. Complete liars. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Diddy, his name has kind of been circling around controversy from so many different years, right? I'm talking like 20, 30 years back. I want to say like 1999, he got this gun possession, you know, and he had some past sexual misconduct allegations. And they kept bringing that up and bringing that up. And I'm like, man, what in the world? What they have done is show you that they don't need any evidence to destroy you. Now this guy is going to go his whole life and be under public scrutiny. Now these federal convictions mark I'm gonna say a pivotal point in Diddy's personal life and his public image, because they completely destroyed this guy. You understand what I'm saying? Now look, being famous does not erase accountability, and money cannot buy your way out of all situations. And I guess with this partial justice that's being served, you know, it's a valuable lesson. Of course, we are awaiting sentencing. And of course, I think that Sean P. Diddy Combs is gonna appeal. If he doesn't appeal, I don't know what in the world they doing. You understand what I'm saying? Because this is ridiculous. This is not about one person. This is not, everybody think this is about, because they're not seeing the play. They think this is just about Sean P. Diddy Combs. But this is about power, it's about control, and it's about the consequences of certain actions. Now you thinking that because you got this fake hope and this false hope in the criminal justice system. Now this criminal justice system been doing nothing but abusing you. And just in this case, you thinking that these guys are about justice. That's what you thinking. You thinking they really care about justice. Boy, these people got you fooled. But I tell you this what you're not thinking about. They just passed this big, beautiful bill, and everybody who is in poor status, you're gonna suffer for at least 30 more years. And they don't care nothing about it. You get all distracted by all this BS, and we can see the play. There's no way that they're gonna charge Puffy. You paid someone to transport a prostitute. What? He's facing 20 years in prison because they're saying that he paid for a prostitute to cross state lines. Do you know how stupid that sounds? That sounds like that's the most dumbest, man. And you know what? I'm going to do another video about the Mann Act, and we're going to talk about that thing. But look, I'm one man, one mic, and I'm with all the smoke. I'll talk to you soon.